This is Optimal Living Daily, episode 1751, How to Get Life-Changing Clarity Within 90 Minutes of Waking Up, by Benjamin Hardy of benjaminhardy.com. And I'm Justin Malik, your very own personal narrator today and every day. This is a relatively short podcast, usually fewer than 10 minutes, where I read one article to you from the best blogs on the planet with permission from the authors. And on that note, let's keep this short, get right to today's post, and start optimizing your life. How to Get Life-Changing Clarity Within 90 Minutes of Waking Up, by Benjamin Hardy of benjaminhardy.com. The first 90 minutes of your day are crucial to everything that happens thereafter. If you don't produce something special during those first 90 minutes, chances are your whole day will falter. Here's how you maximize those first 90 minutes of your day. Make a cognitive commitment that you will produce a result. You need to make a commitment to yourself that you will produce a result. As a writer, the result for me is generally around publishing an article or getting some writing done. What is the result that matters to you? What would move you the direction you want to go? Here are the keys to ensure you'll produce a powerful result. You need to make success convenient, meaning it's your default option. You do that by setting things up the night before. For example, if you lay your clothes out the night before, the choice of what you'll wear has already been made. Similarly, if you write down your morning goals in past tense as though they've already been completed, you'll be far more likely to do it. You'll have already mentally committed, so the choice has already been made. You need a ritual that generates epiphanies and motivation. You need a timeline. You need an environment that facilitates breakthroughs. You need a why that moves you forward. You need to be willing to fail over and over again. And you can't obsess about the outcome of each single day, but instead focus on the holistic process and effect of multiple solid days and attempts together. Regarding the last point, business professor and religious leader David Bednar makes an important analogy. Here's what he says, quote, "In my office is a beautiful painting of a wheat field. The painting is a vast collection of individual brushstrokes, none of which in isolation is very interesting or impressive. In fact, if you stand close to the canvas, all you can see is a mass of seemingly unrelated and unattractive streaks of yellow and gold and brown paint. However, as you gradually move away from the canvas, all of the individual brushstrokes combine together and produce a magnificent landscape of a wheat field. Many ordinary individual brushstrokes work together to create a captivating and beautiful painting," end quote. Don't focus on the results of a single day. Instead, focus on the big picture. However, it is through each individual brushstroke that a picture becomes beautiful. Similarly, the commitment to produce a result every single day is the key to creating a beautiful life. If you produce a result during the first 90 minutes of your day every single day, your life will look very, very different from the lives of most people. Moreover, your entire day will look different because you'll have put first things first. You'll have created a result which produces confidence and clarity. Thus, the rest of your day will also be better because you'll have set the tone for winning and congruence. Most people's mornings are far from optimal. Very few people make tangible progress toward their dreams on a daily basis. Develop a ritual for getting into a heightened state. There's some really cool research about how to develop your epiphany ability. The ability to generate epiphanies is something you can absolutely master in your life. The scientific definition of an epiphany consists of 3 crucial elements: abandoning the old ineffective thoughts, i.e. breaking mental fixation, formulating the new and effective thoughts, forming the new novel association, and experiencing the intense, thrilling feeling of aha. During your first 90 minutes, your job is to get an epiphany and to then do something about that epiphany. We live in an age where creativity, or the ability to generate new insights and connections, is the number one asset and skill. It's not about the time and effort you put into your work, but rather about your ability to think and produce better and differently than others that sets you apart. If you can create epiphanies on a daily basis and produce an output every single day, you will quickly become a master of your craft. Eventually, your work will become known to the general public. Eventually, you'll become so good at what you do that your work and your talents will not be able to be ignored. Thus, you need to develop an expectation and commitment that you'll get epiphanies on a daily basis, create an environment where epiphanies can happen, and live in the results economy, meaning that you must get a result because your livelihood depends on it. In other words, you need to get paid based on your performance. Your daily behavior needs to matter. If it doesn't matter, your survival instincts won't kick in and you'll have mental apathy, which will make getting epiphanies and doing the deep creative work difficult. To enhance your epiphany ability, the following strategies are very helpful. Don't eat food during the first 90 minutes of your day. Being in a fasted state is important for high cognitive and creative functioning. Don't pull out your smartphone and check email or social media. Focus on outputs rather than inputs. Spend time deeply imagining your dreams and future. Fitness and cold showering can produce creative and joyful brain chemicals. Write in your journal or on a whiteboard in the form of bullet points and pictures to connect ideas in new and interesting ways. After Thomas Edison's death, over 3,500 filled journals of his were found, detailing his ideas, thoughts, and inventions. Be extremely open and mindful of the thoughts that enter your mind. Read or listen to very high-level content, spiritual, motivational, intellectual, but being somewhat distant from that content. You don't want to overly fixate or your mind won't be able to wander enough to create the epiphany. Don't force the idea to come. Let it come. As soon as the initial nugget comes, jump on the idea and see where it takes you. Your commitment to acting upon the epiphany is crucial. Once you get it, follow it. The idea after the idea is where much of the beauty comes. Get good at connecting ideas and building frameworks. This will take lots of study, thinking, and practice. And the better you get at connecting things, the more likely you will be to get epiphanies. Conclusion. How you spend the first 90 minutes of your day will determine your success in life. Each individual day shouldn't be viewed in isolation, but instead like the brushstrokes of a beautiful painting. When they're all brought together in view, a beautiful life will appear. It is your job during the first 90 minutes of your day to produce a result. You can become a creative master. You can become world class at what you do, but you must be willing to fail on a daily basis. You must be committed to thinking deeply, to creating, to producing, and to putting something tangible into the world regularly. You miss every shot you don't take, and every failure you produce is only taking you one step closer to your best work. Focusing on results and process is key. However, being results-oriented should be your priority. When results are required because your livelihood depends on it, then you will figure it out and develop an optimized process. Focusing on process over result is putting the cart before the horse. It's an obsession with something that may not actually be moving you in the right direction. Only practitioners, those with skin in the game who are focused on results, generate the processes that are simple enough to actually work. When the why is strong enough, you'll figure out how. You must then make a cognitive commitment and create the expectation, both internal and external, that will produce a result. Go. You just listened to the post titled, How to Get Life-Changing Clarity Within 90 Minutes of Waking Up by Benjamin Hardy of benjaminhardy.com. Thank you to Benjamin. I feel like this one goes really well with yesterday's episode from Michael Melberg, if you heard that one. He had 3 science-backed daily habits that you could try, and then here Benjamin is suggesting to do something in the first 90 minutes of your day that is meaningful. Michael brought up sleep, but also exercise and designing your day. You can definitely do both of those in the first 90 minutes of your day, or it can be something else entirely that makes you feel good. But in either case, it's definitely the case for me. If I have a slow start, the rest of the day will probably be unproductive. It's likely the same for you. So hopefully we can take this advice into the weekend. Thank you for listening on the weekend and sticking around until the end. Have a great rest of your Saturday if you're listening in real time. And I'll see you tomorrow, as usual, where your optimal life awaits.